I mean, some people got Wolverine blood.
Yep.
Others don't.
Wolverine blood, full pads, not playing.
Yeah.
Sideline. Love
ready.
that.
Boy, emergency.
Let's
Inactive,
go.
right?
No,
Was he
he's
inactive?
emergency quarterback.
He's emergency. He's emergency.
Are you sure?
You could be inactive and the emergency quarterback.
Okay.
I thought they said that rule's not real anymore.
D-Bud,
For everybody else,
what I send you this morning?
not.
Not Russell Wilson.
No.
That son of God? Hell no.
Mr. Unlimited, I guess, does have unlimited potential.
Yeah. Plays by his own rules.
And he might actually wore that entire uniform for the entire trip.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I black.
I heard he was a little pouty after the game. Tell you what, you get pouty, you get sent out of town, okay?
What do you mean he was
Pouty.
pouty?
He's pouty.
He was pouty.
Is that AP Toad said that?
I don't believe
He
that.
had pads on for 72 straight hours. You'd be a little potty, too.
Heard he was a little pouty.
I like the...
Last guy that was pouty got sent out of town, so watch it.
Who said he's potty?
who's your source?
No, he said he's
who's
potty.
You wanted to play,
Didn't our
Tony.
coworker say that?
Who?
Kaboly said he was
Oh,
potty.
now he's our co-worker?
He's correspondent for the program.
I did it
Bo's
with
first one
Please
there,
call
too.
him. Please call him.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
First one.
Probably last one out, too.
I told him, I said, hey, our show doesn't get this type of access. Our name was on there, like Mark Kaboly, Pat McAfee Show, media credential. It was like crazy. And the thing, Mark Kaboly said, I'm honored to be here. I'm going to get here first. I'm going to test out their breakfast spread.
Yeah.
I'm going to try their lunch spread. And I'm going to stick around until I get the dinner spread as well. And I'm going to piece together the best 2,000-word tweet in the history of X on fucking Arthur Smith deserving a little bit more credit. And he crushed it.
He did.
He absolutely mission accomplished. Kaboly, I think, is what we need to start calling him.
Yeah, but they're going to take away those credentials if he's writing, Russell Wilson needs to stop fucking potting. Everyone can see.
He said that.
I don't know if he said.
Joining us now, ladies and
Kaboly or
gentlemen,
not.
correspondent for our show, boots on the ground for the Pittsburgh Steelers, also a contributor to WWE.com and WWE Digital. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend that is Mark Kaboly. Good morning, Kaboly.
What's up?
Good morning.
I put my hat on. I didn't comb my hair yet.
Under Armour,
You look great.
You don't comb your hair.
The hat looks good, matches the outfit, and the hair looked phenomenal, to be honest. Kaboly, great work getting to the stadium first.
Yep.
Representing for the show. Representing for the show.
balls.
We appreciate you representing the program over there, and thank you for continuing to crush it on your X account and on WWE.com. Tone Diggs, AP Tone, a man who's voting for the AP Awards at the end of the season, somehow one of 50 people in America that'll be doing it such. He said that you reported that Russell Wilson was potting after the game. He was potting after the game? No, that's not real. Is that real? He was potting? He had potty face?
Well, in terms of Russell Wilson, it's considered a potting so because he's so positive about absolutely everything. In the locker room, it
was
was
tired.
Perspective here.
yeah. I mean, it was in the locker room. He didn't look like a happy-go-lucky type of individual.
Oh, so he was potting.
He wasn't potting.
Sounds like
After a win? That's
Kaboly.
bad.
Might have been some
That's
juice up.
bad.
Tell him what happened to the last guy that was potting, Kaboly.
He
What
wasn't
happened?
potting. He was
not
just a little
potting
bit more reserved. It was Justin Fields' time. He didn't want to.
It's just
First
a
win of the
time.
year.
Likes
JF.
not playing.
Yeah.
Pat,
He's
He was
a player.
injured. He was injured.
I know, but still.
He was in pads.
bad
He was in pads.
vibes. Wilson, he was patting.
He wasn't potting. Maybe he was just trying to let Justin Fields have his time. Do you think that was the case?
I just don't think he was happy that he didn't play. I think he thought he was going to play.
He's patting.
Shefty said he was pushing to play, too.
Oh, no. He's
Medical
He said there's no
staff said
doctors
no.
out there, Kaboly. But there's no doctors, so did they not ever think he was going to play?
I don't think so. I mean, all during pregame,
Whoa.
there was no chance in the world he was playing. There was not a doctor or trainer in sight during him testing his
But he's
calf
full
and all.
pads.
So what was he
that decision
doing?
was done early.
Why is he in full pads, Kaboly? What's going on?
Not only that, he's the third quarterback, but my favorite was he had
Third.
the eye black on too.
Of course.
Very, very
Yeah, in
good.
case he goes in.
Yeah, you don't fucking have
It's
it.
like that warm-up he did in Pittsburgh when he was with the Seahawks,
Yeah,
right?
when he was visualizing the
Yeah.
entire thing, he didn't have the pads on there. That was during the COVID era. So he wasn't healthy enough to start, but he would have been healthy enough to go in. If two quarterbacks get injured, they would throw him in there. I don't think I fully comprehend.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That happened probably 8 to 10 years ago with Roethlisberger. He was deemed the number 2 quarterback, and I think Landry Jones got hurt the first series, maybe against the Browns, and he came in and threw for 400. So it's happened before, but you would figure if he was healthy enough to be the number 3 that he would be able to play. But It was
Jeez.
out of his hands.
He's done.
All right, Kaboly.
That's all she wrote.
How are the vibes? Vibes are high. Steelers won, right? All of
On the side of
Pittsburgh's
your
happy.
mouth.
Well, Pittsburgh's never happy. Are you crazy?
What are we talking
We're
about?
never happy.
You're number
They're
one in the
upset
AFC
about-
North.
They're upset about the punter. The punter is very, very concerning.
He's a very good punter, and that looked bad. And they already ruled him out for the season. Chris Boswell goes in and has a beautiful 43-yard punt, goes 6 for 6. He's the MVP of the season thus far.
Yeah.
There you go. The number one team in the AFC North, Chris Boswell, is the the MVP. Here he is punting, and a lot of people say, "Well, you're a kicker, you should be able to punt." Well, Boswell is able to there. Obviously, the intricacies of punting, not bad. 43 yards, good coverage, no return. I mean, a 43-yard net. I mean, phenomenal job.
Look at the
there.
score. Look at the time.
15-10, fourth quarter, late touchdown changes the game. It's a one-score game. Got to get him on the other side of the 50 at least. Have to. Can't have him on this side of the 50 at this particular time. Boswell goes out and operates. He's an absolute dog. I mean, that is a matter of fact. But they are going to have to find a good punter because that has been a situation with the Steelers, right? You got great defense. If you had a great punter alongside of it, you guys would take it to another level. Cam was that in preseason and for his entire time in Houston.
Yeah, he was so good in Houston. He was top 5 in basically every single category. I know Press Harvin's out there now. People didn't love him in Pittsburgh, but
Good preseason.
He did have a great preseason. I don't know if mentally he would want to come back to Pittsburgh, but yeah, we got to find somebody.
Kaboly, why don't you punt?
Did you get a call yet, Pat?
Kaboly, I couldn't pass any of
Honestly,
those tests.
hey, in the middle of the locker room while Russell was pouting.
Wow.
Confirmed.
Put it on kicker.
Confirmed. I don't believe it.
He's our correspondent. He's our correspondent. We have to believe him.
No, Kaboly, we don't have to.
Yes, we do.
We can conflict with our correspondent.
Sleep.
Let me get to the point here. In the middle of the
Look at
locker room,
that.
everybody's celebrating. I just hear somebody yell my name. Hey, Mark. I'm like, what? It's Danny Smith. Tell damn Pat to get his ass over here. We need him.
Okay. All right, Danny Smith.
Well, I don't think you got enough money under the cap there, so you might have to look somewhere else.
Thank you for doing early negotiations for me, Kaboly. I do appreciate you setting that precedent. Danny Smith, Steelers special teams coordinator, legend, lot of gum.
Yeah.
Always a lot of gum. Been around there. Izzy Yinzer is a special teams coordinator for the Steelers, legend. I wouldn't be able to pass any of the tests, but I think if he signed me on Friday, they wouldn't be able to get the results of the test back until Tuesday. Or Monday, so I might be able to play
Squeeze the game in.
they test me
One
on
game.
Saturday.
Then they can cut you on Tuesday.
Well, then once I get back in it, I'm
I
back.
didn't know they tested anybody anymore.
What's that?
I didn't think they tested anybody anymore.
Well,
Kaboly, you're saying these guys aren't just the cleanest athletes on earth in the NFL right now? You're saying they're just not testing? They're turning a blind eye? I don't know.
That was a CBA thing where they just turn the other cheek now.
Well, that's what they want to see whenever you got to go pants all the way to ankles in front of those guys. That's
A little much.
it's a lot.
You get some.
Chest to
You
nipple,
ever-
hair to nipple.
When you did that,
Sure
did
off.
you ever get any stage fright?
No, to be honest, I had 200. How many was it? Here's Danny Smith right here chewing 10 pieces of gum. That is special teams coordinator. Yep, and a spit.
great spit.
Absolute dog.
He's the best.
Absolute dog. Absolute dog.
Right in the middle of the locker room, everybody stopped and just stared at me.
Yeah.
Well, when he said he needed you to come over and punt.
And what did Russell Wilson say? He smiled and he said that was fun. That'd be fun.
After this, and he might not be looking at me anytime soon.
Yeah,
then,
geez.
so,
All right.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
doing?
Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent for the program, WWE contributor, Mark Kaboly.
Baby,
Boy, boy.
Say he's bad.
He was pouting.
I don't lie. I don't lie.
Yeah, but I don't like what you said there.
What?
We have to believe him because he's our correspondent.
I have to. I'm everything he says about the Steelers to me is gospel. When I read those X articles that he writes, everything that he says, I take full. Hey, that's what's going on over there.
Okay, obviously we all read all of Kaboly's articles before hiring him to work for us.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
We definitely did that.
Every day.
Always knew what Kaboly writing was all about.
Yeah.
We did that. AJ, right? Didn't we?
Always. It was part of the pre-show routine.
D-Butt?
Every word.
Yep. Somebody would preach it aloud to group every day like a sermon, if you will. But let's say maybe not everyone maybe some slipped through the cracks.
Okay.
And we didn't know a lot about a lot of the writing. He puts words together.
He
pretty
does. Great journalist.
Guy's a
He's
wordsmith.
good at it.
journalistic standards through the roof.
Makes sense. He's been doing it for that long.
20 plus years covering the Steelers. Just
I guess.
The one this
I
morning.
guess I would say.
Did that go out last night or this morning? It was
I
good.
would say.
It was long. He put it out
good.
last night. He got D-Bone making him graphics, too. D-Bone's really hitting it out of the park with that entire thing.